Okay, we're on episode 9 of Mining Now at CIMBC 22. And we have a company that has given our company a lot of support, been on the show multiple times, even done a live episode from down in Vegas, and now they're here at CIM and a big supporter of CIM as well. So I'd like to welcome Dave Allan from Kal Tire Mining Group. Welcome.
Thanks for having me, and great to see everyone in person.
It is fun. Well, we hadn't even met until yesterday or Sunday.
Just virtually.
Just virtually.
Just virtually. I had no idea how tall you were or how short you were.
I've had a few of those comments. I think I need to sit with my chair higher. It's, is it? I mean, so much, and especially I think for Kal Tire, because your team is out there and talking to people. There's a lot of business development. I mean, there must be a lot of people you actually done a lot of business with that you haven't met in person here.
Yeah, well, COVID has done that. Our sales teams have tried to get out, but yeah, there's some people we haven't seen for literally 2.5 years.
Well, some things we've all worked trade shows, and sometimes you kind of got to get people up for them. You got to get out and talk to people and get. You probably didn't have that issue this year. Probably everybody wanted to go.
Everybody wanted to go. Yes, we had to probably turn people away. No, it's been great, and we were talking before the show. The attendance has been fantastic.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
I say we transported all of a sudden back to 2019. We're just all a little bit maybe older and heavier, but but no, it's been great to see people and really make those contacts with people. We did the Mine Expo. It was still masked, right? And I think we were arm's length, kind of a little bit guarded there.
And I mean, it takes away the whole soul of the event.
I agree.
Yeah.
And here you just feel that energy in the building for sure.
I mean, everybody knows. I mean, maybe someone from the U.S. coming in, maybe there's a chance they don't know Kal Tire. But I mean, everybody knows the brand. But even still, you still have to introduce yourself to people in a way so that they understand what you're trying to accomplish. When you're here, what's sort of the message that you're sending out to people?
I think here it's a little bit easier, and this is where the brand recognition comes in, because the brand recognition is so strong on the commercial and retail side. Sponsoring the top 5 goals of the week will do that for you.
Yeah.
But on the mining side, it's about what do we do other than just change tires, and I think that's the key. So the customers that we have, they know us very well and have known us for a long time. But there are a lot of customers, especially in Eastern Canada, Kal Tire being a Western company.
Yeah.
As we've moved out east, we've had to introduce ourselves to customers. So it's really about what do we do? What do we do other than just change tires, whether it's the service or innovation or those kind of things, that we need to just keep letting people know what it is that we do.
I mean, there's so many. We're going to touch on them. Out of all the things that you're focused on, is there still one that's surprising people that go, "Oh, I didn't know that"?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think when it comes to the ESG portion or even the innovation portion, there's a lot of people who say, "Wow, that's I didn't expect that," or "I didn't know that," or "That's forward thinking."
Yeah.
I think that's probably the couple of the things that stand out to me.
What I saw I kind of want to talk about. Well, what we're going to do on this episode, because in other episodes we've kind of dug into the specific. Can you talk about some of just the innovations at a high level? Some of them are through partnerships, some of them are through internal. Can you touch on a few of them?
Sure. And we have a group in Vernon. We call it the Innovation Center. It's almost like our R&D. So we contribute back into this group, and this group looks for innovations that either make things more efficient or make things safer. So either for our people, that's where the gravity assist system comes through, where to remove that strain of torque guns, there's a gravity assist system that helps our tire technicians do things safer, get rid of fingers and hands in front of pinch points. It could be the upcoming Kal clamp, which will keep people away from the tire and manipulators out of the way of the tire. It could be rapid deflators. It could be valve stem protectors. Those are things that we kind of do in-house. And like I said, it's either built around an efficiency or a safety aspect. When we look at other innovations, we're probably talking about Pit Crew now.
Yeah.
Pit Crew is a company out of Australia that we partnered with. They do AI cameras. So
I talked to the guy from there. He's very, very cool company.
it is. It's getting to be really cool what things are happening,
Yeah.
right? Because everybody talks about AI. I know it was a movie a long time ago, but you take the camera, and what Pit Crew really is as a truck, you set a camera up at a load or a fuel dump or a fuel loading place or a dump for a load, and the camera takes a look at the tires as it goes by. So you will have TPMS systems that will measure things inside the tire like heat and pressure. But as the camera takes a look at the tire, it can notice where there could be a heat separation,
Yeah.
it could be a cut, and those things come up on that camera, which you wouldn't find in TPMS until it was too late. So what the AI does is it finds these pieces, it can determine if it's a level 1, 2, or 3 situation. If it's 1, it sends a note that says you got to shut the truck down immediately, risk of fire. If it's a 2 or a 3, it creates a work order in TOMS, which is our maintenance planning system, and then that goes to our team of service techs on site to know that that tire has an issue. They can go and change it when it's appropriate to change it.
Okay, let's take a moment to thank our sponsors. First up, we've got Fuller Bros. Fuller Brothers Inc. has over 59 years of tire industry experience as the world's leader in providing non-hazardous, non-toxic products that reduce tire management costs for a diverse range of customers. The acknowledged formula developers of the globally recognized Tire Life. Fuller Brothers also produces other quality products such as PSF Plus, PSF Lubezit, Tire Cream, dripless tire paint, Omega Tire Repair System, as well as select tire service tools and tire painting equipment. More information can be found at fullerbros.com or by calling toll-free at 1-800-547-7785. Fuller Brothers. We have the inside covered. Next up, we have Fenner Dunlop. Fenner Dunlop US-Flex belts are engineered to withstand the harshest applications, delivering benefits that solve customer problems via superior rip, tear, and impact resistance. US-Flex are extremely strong and robust belts that are difficult to destroy, which is important for heavy-duty bulk material handling environments. Made in their very own North American manufacturing facilities, this revolutionary concept in straight warp conveyor belting is up to 3 times more impact resistant versus competitor belting. US-Flex users use fewer belts per year, make fewer belt repairs and replacements, reduce or eliminate belt downtime, and improve employee safety. Visit FennerDunlopAmericas.com to learn more about their premium US-Flex conveyor belting. We also have General Kinematics. Revolutionize the way you think about screening with General Kinematics STM Screen 2-Mass Vibratory Screen. Using General Kinematics' proven 2-mass technology, this innovative screen is capable of handling increased capacities by up to 40%. With 2-mass natural frequency, load surges are no longer a problem. The load-responsive design increases retention time, working the material longer, which increases screening efficiency. All these features combine to provide the most efficient, longest-lasting, and lowest cost of ownership screen in the industry. General Kinematics STM Screen. Screen smarter. You can visit them at generalkinematics.com to learn more. Next up, we have Apex Automation. Looking to solve a problem? Apex Automation has a solution. Their proven track record has helped organizations streamline production and improve team morale by removing mundane tasks and lower operation costs and burdens. Robotics, advanced process control, and machine learning are examples of what Apex Automation can provide. Have an idea and looking for a trusted consultant who can deliver? Contact Apex Automation today and start your team's automation journey. Visit them at apexautomation.ca to learn more. And last but not least, we have Micromine. As your mining projects accelerate, so should your technology. Micromine is a leading software provider to the global mining industry with solutions that support the entire life cycle from early exploration to advanced mine operation. Micromine enables explorers to prospect smarter, model faster, and estimate with greater confidence. They empower mining engineers to optimize strategic mine planning, streamline design, and schedule faster. Micromine's technology supports even the largest mines to gain greater operational control and boost performance. And they provide mining teams with reliable data management solutions to enhance insights, meet compliance, and safeguard digital assets. To learn how Micromine's next generation technology can help you, visit their website at micromine.com today. Now let's get back to the interview.
We're talking about Pit Crew AI. Something that came to mind for that is, correct me anything that I say that's correct me, but you're really in a business of reliability. I mean, when your tires land on the mine, I mean, they just have to 100% reliable. Pit Crew AI, I mean, just the technology is it's new to the industry. How do you? So I'm guessing that they would have a lot. I mean, they're kind of innovate and always trying to make their product better, and then you're passing that on to the customer. How do you, as a company, decide this is the right time now to take a newer company and integrate it into a very, very established brand like Kal Tire?
Yeah, well, I think part of that is that it works. Like I said, AI has been talked about for a long time. We couldn't really find a way to make it work until we found Pit Crew AI, and I think the technology is the basis part of that. What is best for us is it's a situation that we couldn't always do on our own. We couldn't see every truck from our
Right.
technicians on site all the time. They would visually inspect them when they had the chance to. But these are trucks that are not necessarily coming into the tire shop. They're just trucks that are going to dump.
Right.
So we can take a picture of those while they're out working
Yeah.
to really see what's going on. Sometimes a truck could come into the tire shop. It could sit there for hours. That heat could dissipate, and we wouldn't even know.
Right. Yeah.
But while it's running, while it's working, that camera can pick up that while it's in while it's in production.
That must have been a pretty exciting thing for you as a company to all of a sudden you've got this, like, now we can do this.
Giddy is a bad word, but we get giddy about this because
Yeah.
it really is. We think it's a game changer, right?
Yeah.
It's really incredible stuff, and we feel it's just the tipping point, right? As this stuff starts to really work and we integrate it more into Tom's, it can really help everybody out.
Well, and because Tom's is so well established as well, and we should probably touch on that quickly as well, just to expand on it a bit. But because it was so established, now bringing in something like Pit Crew, it just kind of must integrate sort of seamlessly.
And it has to,
Yeah.
right? What's the point of having Tom's, which is our planning and maintenance system,
Right.
Without having that data come in? It's the same with TPMS systems. TPMS systems, they integrate with Tom's. That gives us even more data. So it's not just about a tire, how long a tire lasts on a certain run, but then how long does the tire last versus varying pressures in the tire, those kind of things, and then your tire maintenance strategy of when you rotate, when you change.
In Chile, you have the recycling. We've done an episode on it. How has that been now that is it fully underway and operational?
It is fully underway, operational, and they're still doing tests on the kilns to make sure that the temperatures are where we want them to be, but fantastic tests, fantastic results. It's been a long slog through COVID, trying to get those things running and people really to be able to look at those things. But yeah, up and running and in really good position for the legislation in Chile.
Because it's something like that again for Kal Tire. That must have been that's a whole. It's not a new industry, but it's a completely different operation.
Thermal conversion is really an old technology, but making it work is the real hard part. And if we go back to that episode that we talked about, and there's people who can speak to this much better than I can, but really the output of what it is that you get from the thermal conversion process is what is so important. So you can just do a thermal conversion and get carbon black, but it really could just be ash.
Right.
It's to get that into something that you can reuse and recycle. Same with the oil and how you get that to be able to reuse and recycle. So it is a circular economy.
Yeah, I'm not looking for the big announcement or anything like that. But is there? Across the industry, there must be, now that you've done it though and established it, there must be quite a bit of interest.
There's a lot of interest.
Yeah.
I don't want to say buzzword, but ESG is on everyone's mind. I think even if you look around at CIM, a lot of talk about ESG.
Well, it's a demand. The governments of the world are demanding it. It's not. Yeah.
And not so much in Canada on giants yet. But again, it's that thought of when. I don't think it's if.
Exactly.
We believe it's when.
Yeah.
It's not going to be if. So we want to be prepared for that market because that to us is something that we can do for a customer.
Yeah.
We did a white paper discussion today actually about trying to talk to people about reclamation budgets, where reclamation budgets for miners, they've kind of waited till the end, right? Mine is starting to close, then they open up the reclamation budget and they start to do this. We want to try to push miners to think about, why wouldn't you use a reclamation budget while your mine is still in play?
Right.
Your tires you have to do something with the tires. So start to use that reclamation budget in year 5, 6, 7 of life of mine to recycle them, so you're not stuck with a big problem at the end. And in Chile, I don't know exactly, but I think it's 550 or 600,000 tons of tires have to be processed through this legislation. So instead of having that big pile at the end, if you can break that into chunks as your life of mine goes on, it could be easier. But again, the conventional way of thinking is reclamation is at the end.
Yeah.
Where really we'd like to try to push the thought process that reclamation is through the whole life of mine.
As a company, I even see it in myself sometimes when new ideas are coming in. We're really new, so it shouldn't even be remotely in our DNA of looking. We should always be looking for something new. It still must be tempting as a company like Kal Tire to not sort of be pushing to bring on something new in that. How do you sort of as a team, get yourselves up for that and actually look and, challenge yourself to find these new ways of doing things? Because you don't have to stay in, a company like ours, we have to stay in business.
Yeah.
Kal Tire doesn't. And so I'm curious of how that sort of that culture is interwoven.
I would say that we have to. I would say we have to. Yes, the wheel has been round forever. The wheel will probably continue to be round. But at some point, the wheel may not always be rubber, right? So if you think about it that way, at some point, if you don't change, you die, right? Or if you don't adapt, you die.
Yeah.
But I think the other part of this is really listening to customers. What do customers want? What do customers need? What is an issue that they need us to look at? So you're right. I mean, recycling isn't our main core business, but customers have told us that they have an issue with tires and they need to get them recycled, and so we look to say, what can we do with that? It would be the same as pit crew. Customers have said they don't really want tire fires. That's not good for their machine. It's not good for the tires. It's not good for anything. What can we do to stop those? So that's kind of where pit crew comes in. When it comes to people, pit crew could also, we have visual inspection of tires when it comes to the shop. This is another visual inspection that happens in the field. And customers have said, we need help with this. It could be road survey studies, any of those kind of things, right? These are all things that relate to tires, but not just about the selling of tires. And we like to say that we have great product supply. We have great partners, manufacturers that we sell tires of, but we don't just sell tires. We like to be a solutions provider for a customer, because that's what brings back the most value to us and the customer.
Well, I think the answer just showed how you keep your team. That because your personal approach is going to obviously spill over onto everybody else. It's contagious when people think like that. Can we just talk quickly about the Maple program?
Sure.
Again, we talked about it before, but just a little overview of it.
Yeah, and we've really started to push forward the Maple program now in Canada, and there's been a couple of mine sites that are starting to see the benefit of the Maple program. And the Maple program is another one of those things. It's not really something that, I don't know if it's something that will change their business, but it's something that miners and customers can look at and quantify what it is that they're doing for the environment.
So it's is it like a certification?
Correct.
Yeah.
So for a long time, people would say, if you retread a tire, if you repair a tire, you might save this much. And it's really just a thumb suck of how much that is. And some people would say, so what we said was, we can't just be glib about this. We have to actually say how much it is.
Yeah.
So we've done a lot of work, a lot of calculations on what we think that means, and then taken those calculations to a third-party verification company called SCS Global, which is worldwide. And it takes a lot to get these things verified through SCS Global.
Yeah.
But when you talk to customers, they are well aware of who SCS Global is and what it means.
I see.
So it's real. It's not, we didn't just make this up. We didn't, make ourselves feel good by saying this. Yeah. What we say in the Maple program is verified by a third party. So what happens is we take a customer, say, in Northern Ontario. We have a repair facility on a site in Northern Ontario. We can say the tires that have been repaired there, or the tires that have been recycled, or the tires that have been retreaded, means that you have not put this many new tires into service. You've reused them, and we can now quantify how many, what the greenhouse gas emissions are that have been saved, or the barrels of oil that have been saved by doing this, and we rate them by maple leaves. So the more maple leaves means the more that you've contributed to saving tires from being made new and put in, or reused tires that they already had on site.
Well, I know you're a busy man, so the last question I'm going to ask you. So, are you sending your team to the gala tonight?
I'm sure my team's going to be going to the gala tonight. I'm sure. That's the other part of post-COVID is everyone wants to go to a gala,
Yeah.
right? Everyone wants to have a drink and see people and chat. So it's been, like I said, it's been a little bit surreal because it's all at once, but been fantastic.
Well, thank you for coming on the show, and it's good to finally do this in person.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Jared.
Take care.
Take care.
Okay, and that concludes the episode. Thank you again to Kal Tire for supporting the show, supporting CIM, and really truly being a leader of pushing the industry to be better and more efficient and more responsible in ESG. Thank you for watching, everybody. We will see you on the next episode of Mining Now.